Look, I've been reading on my Kindle now for over 5 years, and this is the most excited I've been in using it. I think I found this secret life that my Kindle has been living this entire time, hiding in plain sight, that I wish I found earlier. Today, I'll be showing you an application called KOReader, but more specifically, a new plugin called SimpleUI. Now, in order to use both of these apps on your Kindle, you will have to hack it and jailbreak the software. Now, I have made a video about Kindle jailbreaking in the past, and at the time, I ultimately said that I didn't think it was worth the time investment for most people. But at the time, I don't think I fully grasped all the benefits of jailbreaking your Kindle. And now that I've been using my Kindle like this for several months, I think I can confidently say I've changed my opinion on this subject. Also, I do want to say that KOReader is not exclusive to Kindle. You can install it on a Kobo, for example, as well as many other devices. It's an open source software, and that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. It keeps the software experience consistent regardless of which device you're using. Now, yes, setting up KOReader does require a bit more time up front, but once you get it up and running, you are no longer locked to the default ecosystem that you purchased on your device. You have an open source software that you can use basically anywhere, even if you decide to switch devices later on, and it keeps the focus on reading books, and that is what matters at the end of the day. Let me show you everything that I've learned. So first things first, what exactly is KOReader? So KOReader is an open source software that is driven by the community. You can go online and see all the code publicly available. So it's not this shady little thing that no one knows about. It's actually a very popular software that's been around for a long time. When you do install KOReader on your Kindle, Kobo, or again, any other device that supports it, you can use it alongside the existing software that comes with your device. So it's not replacing anything, it runs in parallel. At the same time, if you really wanted to though, you could just use KOReader exclusively and not run the original software. That's basically what I do on my Kindle. Once I had it up and running, I haven't really gone back to using the default Kindle software ever since. Now, I'm going to be showing you several benefits of using KOReader in the SimpleUI plugin as well, but first let me explain the major drawbacks of using this app. First thing is first, it's BYOB. You have to bring your own books without DRM. Now, this is a very big topic to talk about, so I'll be talking about it at the end of the video. I have a whole section dedicated to it, but just keep in mind, you cannot use your Kindle books immediately on this software. You'll have to remove the DRM first, and then you can use all these books. When it comes to the benefits and features of using KOReader, there are so many to talk about, and I did discuss some of them in my previous video that I posted on this topic last time. Some of them include having custom gestures, you can have transparent screensavers, and some additional font settings as well. Now, even though all those settings are really cool and make my device feel uniquely mine, no one else can replicate these exact settings the way I like to have them, even though that's true, there are a few specific features that I didn't realize at the time when I first did this that are making such a big difference now that I've been using it for a few months. The first feature that I really enjoy is having really good highlighting. When you highlight in a book, typically, especially between multiple pages, the default Kindle software or Kobo software even is just terrible. It gets really annoying highlighting between pages or highlighting long blocks of text, and if you mess up the sentence, you have to delete the highlight and restart all over again. When you use the KOReader software, they have really advanced highlighting tools over here. You can extend your highlight, you can subtract your highlight, you can easily navigate between multiple pages. It'll just keep extending on the same page. So they really did think this through very well. I really wish this was the default Kindle software. I would use this feature so much more on my default Kindle if it had it, but because of this, I am using KOReader so much more because I just love highlighting on this software. Additionally, when you do highlight on KOReader, there's no limit to how long your highlights can be, and I used Readwise as well, which is a third-party service that aggregates all my highlights into one database. And normally with the Kindle software, if you have long highlights, it'll eventually truncate the highlights because the Kindle copyright system doesn't want you exporting all of these long blocks of text from your book. But on KOReader, you can highlight several pages if you want, and all of those highlights will show up in their full form in Readwise as well. The second major benefit of the KOReader software that I found to be very useful are reading statistics. Now, this is something that I recently started using as my screensaver on my Kindle, and I just absolutely love it. It shows me my whole week, how much time I've been reading every single day, as well as how many pages I'm reading. But if you go into settings, there's so much more advanced options. You can see a whole whole calendar of your whole month, seeing which books you've been reading throughout the weeks. You can also see your day as well, the timeline for the whole day if you read a lot. So I don't read too much, maybe 20 minutes a day at times, and this does add up throughout the whole month. And seeing that progress bar every single day on my screensaver motivates me to pick up my Kindle, even for a few minutes that I probably wouldn't do otherwise. Now, the last major benefit of the KOReader software is a very simple one. There are no ads or recommendations anywhere. It's just a simple software with just your books in simple settings. Now, there are some complicated menus, which are really annoying. I'll talk about that in a second. But for the most part, I don't see random books that I've never heard of before or want to buy. Only the stuff that I actually own is showing up, and I really do enjoy that simplicity. Now, before telling you about the new SimpleUI plugin, which makes KOReader so much more usable, I do want to emphasize the fact that at the end of the day, it does not matter if you use KOReader or not. What matters is using a software, using an ecosystem that motivates you to read books. And for a lot of people, the default Kindle software, the default Kobo software, whatever software you have is just fine. Now, if you do own a Kindle and don't want to bother with jailbreaking, but you do want to learn more about the software and getting more out of it, I wrote a short book called Supercharge Your Reading. This is a book that'll take you through all of the simple software features of the Kindle and make sure you're using the most important ones so you can read more books and actually remember what you read. Now, if you are interested in the book, it only takes 1 hour to read the whole thing. I'll leave a link for the book down below. Now, even though I love the functionality of KOReader, historically speaking, it's actually a very cumbersome software to use. There are a bunch of menus everywhere, and actually getting to look visually appealing did take quite a bit of time when I first got it installed. This is where the new SimpleUI plugin comes into play. I've been seeing pictures of this thing all over Reddit recently, and I installed it myself, and I gotta say, it takes all the best features of KOReader and makes it so much more visually appealing. At a very high level, what you basically have access to now is full customization of the way your software looks. For example, you can change the tabs that show up at the bottom of the screen. You can just have 1 tab, you can have 4 tabs, whatever you really want to do, and you can customize the order of them as well. You can also have different modules on your home tab. I love having the time, for example, in big numbers. I also love having the reading stats for the book that I'm currently reading directly on the home tab as well. And you can also see your reading streak. You can customize other modules like a quote of the day. You can add reading goals. There is just so much endless customization of this, and it really isn't that hard to do. Once you get the hang of the menus, you can easily check things on and off and rearrange them the way you like. When you compare all of this with the default Kindle software, it is a night and day comparison. With Kindle, you only have access to the things Amazon wants you to have access to. You can't change your home screen, you can't change any of the menus, you can't change any of the custom settings. All you have access to are the things they give you, and that is very locked down when you compare it to this. Now, before wrapping up, I do want to spend a quick minute talking about the biggest downside to using KOReader and SimpleUI, and that is the whole idea of BYOB, bringing your own books without DRM. Now, if you don't know what DRM is, it stands for Digital Rights Management. It's basically an encryption that goes on top of all your book files when you buy something from Amazon or Kobo. It prevents you from taking those ebooks and using them on other devices. Since KOReader is a third-party software, Amazon does not want you using their books on this software, and you have to use some random tools online to remove the DRM, and they're making it harder to do that day by day. This is why for a lot of people, it's just not worth the time to install KOReader, simply because you can just buy a book from the Kindle store and read it immediately using the default Kindle software. If you do end up using KOReader, you have to go through a few extra steps to get the books to work on your device. What this means is if you already have a bunch of books on your Kindle, for example, when you open up KOReader for the first time, none of those books are going to work because all of those books have DRM. You really do have to start from scratch unless you've already been maintaining a library of DRM-free books on your computer. Unfortunately, there's no easy solution to any of this. What I find absolutely ridiculous, though, is it's actually easier to download books illegally from weird websites rather than buying books through the correct methods and then removing DRM yourself. It's just a really crazy world that we live in right now. Now, this is a very complicated issue that I really have a hard time grappling with. If you ask me, I think as long as the author is getting paid for the book that they wrote, that is what matters. It does not matter how you actually got the book. As long as you're paying for it in one way or another, I think that is the most important part. I personally believe that ebooks should be the same thing as physical books. Once I buy buy my ebook, I should have the right to use it in whichever way I want. As long as I'm using it for personal use, that's all that really matters. As long as a payment is being made, that is the most important part. But again, laws in your country or state might be different, and your personal morals might be different than mine as well. So do your own research and use your own judgment. Now, if you found this topic about DRM to be interesting, check out my other recent video where I talk about Amazon giving authors the option of whether or not they want to use DRM on their books. It's a very relevant topic, a very relevant video to exactly what we're talking about right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.